Silent emptiness again. I've never known. England and France.
Quotations. No animal nor man
Can scream like I can. Checkpoint reached. I don't know why I am not armed, but I do not like it. Yeah, not cool. Not cool at all.
We don't need a replacement. I can fix this. And how long is that gonna take? One of those things go bust when the door goes down. And you shoot them. God damn it. What now? What the hell are we doing? It's a lost cause, my friend. I mean, we should head to engineering, park the core, watch this whole ship go up in a fiery head from the comfort of an easy headed anywhere but here. Keep your eyes peeled.
Okay, so that was fun. And by fun, I mean, oh god, we're all gonna die. What do you think, Harden? Let's try Harden. Let's get killed a lot and be annoyed about it.
Corporal Dwayne Hicks, TQ.
Oh crap, that's not good. Oh, he's having a bad day.
Winter, what the hell just happened in there? Raider 6-5, are you in the air yet?
Explosive decompression in the Sulaco.
Stop walking, run!
This is Raider 6-5.
Run.
The umbilical's
Beat.
venting ammo into the black.
Faster.
Looks dicey, sir.
Dicey.
Run.
Raider, I need grown-up words.
You have 20 minutes before a total collapse. Shut it down.
Winter, you heard the lady. Get to the other side and we're shutting it down.
Continuing on to the Sulaco. Winter out.
Actual, this is O'Neill. We've got casualties, several injured over here. We need a corpsman right away for the downed Marines from Rhino 2-1.
Negative 2-1. That explosion jacked the airlock on our end. We cannot use the umbilical without risking more lives. Sit tight and stabilize our Marines. 2-1, what is the status of 2-3?
Winner. Looks like he sent you over into this mess as well. Pull up your motion tracker. Tell me what you see.
Got you two here, and I'm reading 2-3 to the south, beyond the hangar, engineering perhaps.
They moving?
No. Wait. I got an unidentified signal. Something's moving.
Damn it. Sephora actual. It sounds like 2-3 in position.
Boy, they're down.
We're reading unidentified movement in their area. They could be under attack. All right. Manur and I are going to... Damn it.
Sephora actual. I'm heading into rendezvous with 2-3.
Remember what I said about heroics, kid. Actual out.
Fuck, why did I say that? Man, I need to learn to keep my mouth shut. Whatever, I'm sure no one will remember.
Holy shit. Are you seeing this, Captain?
What's wrong with my mouth? Where am I? Winner! Grab your torch. Get the hell out of here. Yeah! Shoot that thing! Shoot that thing! Come cut me down!
That was not skillfully professional, but that's okay.
Come on. Come on!
Sephora Actual, this is Winter. I've located keys from Rhino 2-3. There's some bodies down here, but some are missing. There are 1 or 2 Marines missing from Rhino 2-3.
Okay.
He's gone. Sit tight. I got you, buddy.
Winter, regroup what's left. Get him back to the hangar and the rest of 2-1. Do not engage.
This is keys from 2-3, sir. Our mission was to recover the flight data from the Sulaco.
Son, I gave you that mission and it's over. Now regroup and come.
We have to know what caused this. The flight recorder can get us that. With all due respect,
Sir, my respect means you shut your goddamn mouth and follow your orders. Actual out.
Hell with the orders. The flight wreck isn't too far from here. We grab it, link up with Rhino 2-1. O'Neill, you still there?
Damn. Are you guys on the way back?
No. You gotta buy us 10 minutes to grab the flight wreck. Our Marines aren't gonna die for nothing.
You've got 5 to get that recorder and get back here. Keep an eye out for Bella, Keys. Hoorah to Ash's Marine.
We'll keep an eye out. Thanks, O'Neill. Something's down here with us. I won't let him take me again. Contact! Contact! Here we go! Incoming! All right! They're climbing out from below. The room with the flight recorder is on the top of the stairs!
I see it!
Enemies behind us! Let's do less of that.
Well, I mean, I could have done worse.
Thanks for doing this, Winter. If you think you see movement, don't think. Something's down here with us. I won't let him take contact. Contact! Here we go! Leave it in the right! Shit's getting scary!
Central console! Get the flight recorder! Grab one mic! Copacetic! Copacetic. O'Neill, flight data is en route. 2 mics to you.
Affirmative, Winter. Just save the high fives for the bedroom. Get your ass back here.
There's no way the flight wreck didn't tape the assholes that did it.
Oh, shit.
If we make it back with this thing, who knows what we'll
Whoops.
find out.
Oh, wrong button. I just grenaded myself. Okay.
Targets on our left! We lost them!
You say so, bro.
Heading through. Keep moving. Can't take much more of this!
Fair enough.
Ever understand that the Pumpkin King with the skeleton grin would tire his crown if they only understood?
Oh, okay. I need
does nothing for
let's zoom cycle.
Hey y'all, Jeff here, and happy Halloween. This video was made with the support of spooky folks just like you, and all the wonderful souls over at Patreon. If you'd like early access to every single video I release, behind the scenes footage, or want to hop on a live stream with me, head on over to Patreon and check it out. I'll see you there. Extra special thanks goes out to Alder Draco, Helen Anderson, Diane Holland, Hope, Lori Lauren Miller, Debbie Goodman, Mark Wells, A.M. Person, Angie Willard, Carl Thomas, and Melanie Thomas. Let's add like yourself on board.
Okay, so
On the dropship! Watch this! Grenade out! Keys,
Oh.
are you out of your damn mind? Get to the umbilical! Can't wait for a bird to evacuate!
It's never to become, for I am not.
Y'all enjoy that?
According to some leaks from the Kremlin, the FSB is looking at targeting me and other mill bloggers right now. Just the Russian government is so hard at us. What can we do? I'm Paul. You guys are on the Okay, so this is a really interesting and for me slightly troubling story. According to a leaked telegram, and a fairly reliable source of information from inside the Kremlin, the director of the FSB, Bortnikov, has raised with Putin the question of the murder of, quote, Ukrainian bloggers who raise huge funds for FPV drones. Now, at first, of course, some pro-Kremlin Twitter channels were all up in arms about it, but then they all went into posts. Wait! Messages says from the same time on other topics.
Are you out of your damn mind? Get to the umbilical!
As this commentator points out, and the channel points out, this is not surprising. They've been saying for a long time that anyone who helps Ukrainian business is in public is in danger. Here's the thing.
Go through it anyway! Explosion lock the door!
Try me, bro. I don't know what else to tell you. Don't get me wrong. Not to get killed by Russia. But listen, the Ukrainians, thousands of thousands of these guys wake up every single day in the literal line of fire. So this is going to slow us down. But here's the thing. You got to ask yourself. And here's the Google. Ukrainian water FSB, right? The exact quote from literally, I'm the hit. So a bit troubling. But again, you know, you'd be hard pressed to have a
Oh, come on!
And yet here we are, almost 3 years later, and that's the case. But also, no one expected mill bloggers to carry the weight that they do. But in the social media era, they are expanding and increasing their capability in ways that no one expected, right? And you can see over a year ago, a Russian mill blogger, Vladimir Varsky, was actually killed in a bomb. He died in a bomb blast. Was
get to the umbilical.
It just says more than a year old, which I know. But you can see he was killed in St. Petersburg Cafe at 10 a.m. It was a pro-Ukrainian mill blogger in Russia. Of course, he was a crazy person, calling for Russia to commit a total war and extreme violence, including war crimes. Says we'll kill everyone. Quotes, rest in power. This guy, quote, will defeat everyone, we'll kill everyone, we'll lose whatever we need to. Everything will be just as you like it. Again, he's a nicer guy. Ukrainian Special Services military command for its high casualties and lack of support for individual soldiers. As you can see, that's not great for him. But many other no bloggers get off the road or get off was killed. In fact, after reporting losses. Russian mill blogger has died of apparently, I can't say this on YouTube. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to help me out, let YouTube know that I'm making real content, that I'm not one of these pro-Russian shit. Hit subscribe. That makes a huge difference for me. And of course, if you're interested in supporting the channel, you guys know that if you can imagine, when you have the ire of the Russian government, sponsors are not really in a hurry to associate themselves with me. So I depend on you guys, right? And actually, what I did really was sponsor myself. I created Strength Caffeine, the ultimate.
Are you out of your
energy
damn
drink
mind?
alternative.
Get to the umbilical!
0 sugar, 90 milligrams of caffeine, and everything. Check out that. It's better than an energy drink in every way. I don't know what else to say. Tried it. That's the data. 30 guys. One of 3 people that shoot one piece. So that tells you right there. This is right. So let's put both of those in the description. Okay, so this other Russian mill blogger, Andrei Morozov, who was a soldier on the front line in Ukraine, said his last post on Wednesday that himself in order to help call out exactly what you would expect from the post. He made the mistake, this was in February, of outing the fact that 16,000 Russian troops were KIA and 300 armored vehicles destroyed since Russia and 4 months battle to take. Russia's willing to kill its mill bloggers, but usually their own people first. But there is substantial evidence that Russia is still out there willing to conduct some level of dangerous attacks on U.S. soil. And again, we've seen, for example, the fire at the Scranton ammunition plant, which has many hallmarks of Russian activity, as well as the Chechen utility worker who ended up getting confronted by a special forces colonel when he was installing utility devices at his house. Really weird stuff. So there's at least some evidence that this is credible-ish. But of course, I'm not going to stop. You guys know that I partner with Ukraine Aid Ops, and that we a couple weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, they sent me a text. They said, "Hey, Paul, just a heads up, 22nd Brigade fundraiser's open." And I said, "Well, that's weird. You guys usually give me some context. You tell me about the unit. You tell me what they're doing. You give me some info." And I said, "But I'm like, they're a 501c3 registered in the United States.
Keys,
but,
wait!
they don't owe me anything, right?" And it turned out they were following their OPSEC because the 22nd was. So we raised a ton of money. You can imagine. The Russians are so very mad at all the FPV drones because we raised a lot. Us and Warthog Defense together raised an absolutely, and Ukraine Matters. Ukraine Matters, Combat Vet Reacts, and Warthog Defense all working together to just absolutely get these guys everything they need. And you can see on their Twitter that it sure has happened, right? You can see clearly. We're looking at the last 17 hours, 18 hours. You are looking at, first off, and a shout out for you guys right? And we got a text from this about a week ago saying that the drone jammers bricked 3 back-to-back Russian FPVs, saving the lives of at least 3 or 4 people. So that right there is worth all of it. Oh yeah, and here's some stuff from the curse plot. It's more than the 22nd now. It's going to the curse plot. You can see a Mavic, 11 FPVs, an NVG, a tablet laptop, thermal, rangefinder, and more. Looks like there's some eco flows. Boy, we are out here contributing to the Russian economy. And I'm going to link, of course, to this because it's this is still open. I think this has expanded. And while it's notably the 22nd, I think they said this has actually expanded now that they've blown away their funding target. Now it's for all the units fighting wars. And you can, what I like about Ukraine Aid Ops is these guys post a ton. You see, they're all over the front line donating. And what makes it, what I really love is, to me, it's like accountability. You literally, like, I know my donations are going to the right causes because they literally post with the troops getting the gear. The troops will post thank you messages like, hey, here we are in position with the drones you sent us. Thanks, guys. Right? So, to me, you know it's not getting siphoned off or going to some sort of God knows where. Right? Anyway, that's all I had. Not gonna stop, not changing anything. You shouldn't either. And I'll see you guys. Cheers. Sure, subscribe. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. Shout out to folks at combat.news.com, particularly James Jones, Steve Rancho, Craig Allen, Vincent Dunn, all the Adventure members. I'm not going to do that to you guys. I appreciate you so much. See you in the next one. Cheers.
All right, 2 more tries.
All is calm. All is bright.
Six! Grenade out! Keys, wait! Are you out of your damn mind? Get to the umbilical!
Gotta go through it anyway! Move community has to put a bypass on the goddamn door! Weapons hot!
Good job, buddy. Just totally do that. I mean, I don't know.
Keys had the recorder on. Well, we're not dead. So, you know. Silent night. Holy night.
What just happened in the umbilical?
Natural, I got solid contact. You lost keys. I'm sure there's something strong. Yes, sir. Any thoughts on the exploding chest issue?
All of our Cheyenne-class birds en route to provide Casevac and ground support. That's almost 80 Marines en route, and we gotta get them somewhere to land. The hangar's out of commission, but we got room in the cargo base.
It's Bradley, and it's one of the
Understood.
most effective
We are
weapons
into the
Ukraine
cargo
has
bay.
ever received.
One out.
And now you'll see that for yourself. The place you see
Follow
now
me.
is the hideouts of the Russian occupiers. The attack begins with a targeted strike on one of the positions. The AFU has a clear plan. Bradley and his assault team are moving in. Using the Bushmaster cannon, he sizzles the buildings one by one. It's impossible to respond under such fire. At the same time, Ukrainian special forces are moving in. Bradley's covering. The operation is coordinated by a thermal imaging drone. It's Bradley, and it's one of the most effective weapons Ukraine has ever received. It's Bradley, and it's one of the most effective weapons Ukraine has ever received. And now you'll see that for yourself. The place you see now is the hideouts of the Russian occupiers. The attack begins with a targeted strike on one of the positions. The AFU has a clear plan. Bradley and his assault team are moving in. Using the Bushmaster cannon, he sizzles the buildings one by one. It's impossible to respond
Before
under such
actual, we're
fire.
sending back a live feed. There's no way this is Colonial Marine tech. It's got
At
way
the
you
same
marked
time,
it, sir.
Ukrainian special forces are moving in. Bradley's covering.
Oh, shit. What?
The operation is
Everything is
coordinated by a
timestamped
thermal
after we
imaging
received
drone.
the distress signal from,
A few moments later,
What's his
the
name?
positions came under the
Corporal
control of
Hicks.
the AFU.
Actual, this is 2-1. What do you make of this?
But the Russians have managed to
Sir,
call in
Is
reinforcements.
there someone else
Bradley
on this
is
ship?
ready for this
I
as
have
well.
Bishop
A
sending a
shot from
signal
the
to
tow
Wade.
turns
We
the
ain't got time to
occupiers'
sit
meat
around
pot
and play
into
Sherlock.
dust and
Get
clears
back to
the
the
way for
cargo bay.
retreat.
Both of you, out.
God, you're so screwed.
At this point, the FPV operator spotted the Russian
So far,
stronghold
actual.
and relayed the
Spell from
coordinates to the
Rhino 2-3.
APC commander.
Do you
Bradley
read?
advances to the
Loud and clear,
position
2-3.
and begins
What's
the
your
attack.
status?
I woke up gagging on a creature like a spider.
Under that kind of
Wrapped around
fire,
my face.
no one would have been able to lift
dead,
their
sir.
heads. The walls
I
of
got
this house
separated
are
from my
cotton wool
squad.
for an
Any
American
news from the rest of my
APC.
guys?
Then a Ukrainian
Rest
combat
of
drone
2-3
arrives
is
and
presumed
puts a stop
dead.
to it.
I'm sorry, kid. Remnants of Rhino 2-1 are on their way to the cargo bay. Can you get to the cargo bay, 2-3?
The
Garnett?
combat mission was
Jeez.
brilliantly executed. The Russians
I can't
again
even
launch a
think right
failed
now,
attack,
Actual.
but this
I'm not sure how to
APC
get
manages
there,
to
sir.
escape.
You're the last of Rhino 2-3.
At the same time, Bradley
your
goes to
best.
the aid of
Get
his
back
fellow
here alive.
soldiers and meets a
Actual
meat
out.
pan of the occupants. It opens
O'Neill,
fire from a
what's wrong?
25mm cannon. It pierces the armor of the Russian APC, and it rolls into a pit. But notice this. This is an APC-82. It is equipped with a 30mm gun, which is also very fast. And look at that, they're also firing. Bradley was in great danger, but apparently the skill of the crew played a part, and Bradley came out of that duel victorious. Another duel. Now it's between Bradley and the Russian tank. Bradley locks onto the target in his thermal imaging scope and fires a Tau missile.
On your right!
The missile hits the Russian tank.
We need to reach the top of the gravity well!
Bradley doesn't have a
Right
lock.
next to the cargo bay!
There's nothing left to do but shoot. The gunners still allowed to shoot down the drone. Save the equipment. Bradley can't stop the Russian infantry, which is crossing the field to storm Ukrainian positions. Even if the Russians reach another planting, it changes nothing. The cannon cuts down trees. They offer no cover. Ukrainians now use multiple reinforcements. Bradley IFV easily suppresses the Russian advance. And even if the Russians manage to occupy a building, there's no sense in hiding. Brad's cannons riddle the building's walls. If an enemy tank or armored personnel carrier is at a great distance from Bradley, the Ukrainians use anti-tank missiles, with which the armored personnel carrier is armed. Bradleys often help repel these bloody assaults. Under the cover of night, the Russians proceed to the positions. At dawn, a Bradley arrives and starts drilling holes into the Russian army. Gradually, the Bradley closes in on the Russian. These shots became fatal.
Let's do less of that.
Now it was the infantry's turn. Same operation was carried out in New York. Under Bradley's cover, Ukrainian special forces are moving into position. There's information that there may be an enemy in the building.
Though I appreciate the opportunity to be involved.
Bradley wipes him out, then the special forces go in.
I fear that I will not be personally capable.
The AFU throws a grenade into the basement.
Thank you. This is from
Then we
Dr.
see a
Stan.
massive explosion.
By the way,
Positions are being cleared one by one. All this is happening under fire from the Bushmaster cannon. The operation has been successfully executed. The infantry and Bradley are leaving New York. This is the Pokrovsk direction. The occupiers' position is right here. Take a look at this. Nearby are the occupiers' trenches from which they had to retreat because of the excellent work of the Ukrainian mortars. Just look at how many holes there are. And when the enemy is at a disadvantage, Bradley arrives and wipes out the Russian position. Some sources say this is also a Bradley. Its gun is incredibly intimidating. The buildings of the invaders are crumbling under its assault. There's no resistance to this APC. They do whatever they want and escape successfully. And at this very moment, the target was destroyed just over 2,000 meters away. The Russians will fall into a trap set by Bradley. We see a Russian APC carrying reinforcements through a populated area. All seems calm. The infantry dismounts, leaving the armored vehicle. The Ukrainians quickly respond and send a Bradley to intercept. Bradley locks on target. Seconds to complete annihilation. Bradley opens fire. Direct hits on the APC. The Americans' cannon performs perfectly. An armor-piercing round hits the fuel tanks.
Dr. Conrad,
Another penetration.
I'd like
Bradley
to
deserves a life.
request a transfer off Project Olivia.
Bradley's advanced electronics can anticipate target movement and fire slightly ahead. See how it works. The Russian APC is trying to escape. Notice how much distance there is between them. Bradley opens fire and
The forces of the 79th Brigade, conducting reconnaissance in the Donetsk area, had their drone fly over an open field. The Ukrainian drone operator spotted a lone Russian soldier, bravely walking on the road with no cover or place to hide. Upon identifying the target, the 79th Brigade immediately dropped an artillery shell. The first shell missed the soldier, but they did not give up and dropped a second shell to cut off soldier's path. The soldier still miraculously survived. The soldier, in pain and unable to continue, realized he could survive. The Russian soldier took a radio from his uniform and sent a farewell message to his comrades. After saying his goodbyes, he loaded his gun and ended his life. It was a brave and courageous end for the soldier. The continuous video captures an interesting moment where a Russian ground drone is scouting the forest edge in the Donetsk region. The operator of the ground drone seemed unable to fully control the device. as it continuously moved aimlessly, eventually falling into a low-lying hollow from which it couldn't escape. Consequently, it became easy prey for another drone. When a Ukrainian FPV drone spotted the Russian ground drone, it executed a direct attack, completely destroying the target. The destruction of the Russian ground drone not only resulted in material loss, but also potentially impacted their information gathering and reconnaissance operations. This event could create a sense of confusion and tension within the enemy ranks. The surprise and failure in reconnaissance activities might lead to a decline in morale and motivation among the Russian troops. We also witness a small house stands in a secluded forest with no cover or place to hide. The Ukrainian drone confirmed the target and attacked the house. This attack obliterated the small dwelling, showcasing the formal power of drones in destroying targets with high precision and great strength. Upon receiving reports of Russian soldiers at an exit in the Donetsk Valley, a drone immediately attacked, blocking the sole escape route. Abandoned vehicles of the Russian army were also blown up by Ukrainian artillery, completely destroying the enemy's equipment. The abandoned houses in open areas are always a top target for the Ukrainian army, as they provide safe havens for lost Russian soldiers. The images above depict a devastating destruction carried out by Ukraine's advanced FPV equipment. The trenches were also targeted for destruction in this mission, with a brutal attack showing no mercy towards the Russian invaders. Next is a moment from the attack by Ukraine against the invaders, the Kazakhs, Russians. This attack took place in a secluded forest with rugged terrain. The continuous sounds of bombs highlight the tension and danger of the conflict, as the Ukrainian drones demonstrate their effective capability to strike ground targets, making the attacks uncontrollable for the Russian army. The precision and continuous attack capability of FPV drones severely impact the Russian strongholds. These attacks have caused significant destruction, igniting and annihilating the Russian military positions. This not only results in material losses, but also reduces the combat effectiveness of the enemy. A house that seemed to have been previously destroyed received a secret message indicating that Russian soldiers were hiding inside. Upon receiving the attack order, the drone operator targeted the house. This location was advantageous, with no obstructions allowing for targeted artillery fire on the positions around the house. As the drone approached, the images sent back revealed a strange device mounted on the roof, making it easily detectable. Ukraine launched a missile directly at the device, resulting in a large explosion that sent debris flying off the roof. The powerful blast caused a growing fire, with thick smoke rising. Next to the burning house, a soldier's silhouette appeared, casually walking towards a nearby tree. All of this was captured by the Ukrainian UAV.
Before you speaking crazy.
On the screen is the desolate scene after a brutal battle. The entire city of Kharkiv enveloped in the smell of gunpowder, with all the houses in the city destroyed, presenting an extremely tragic sight. The next footage was recorded in a small residential area where Russian soldiers were secretly operating at these positions. Upon detecting the Russian soldiers, the FPV crew continuously bombed and destroyed the houses and the Russian soldiers. Continuous attacks occurred throughout the city. Without safe shelters, small groups of soldiers fled and ran chaotically outside. Another large-scale attack targeted a makeshift house hidden behind walls and trees. A drone spotted a Russian soldier hurriedly running on a path surrounded by dense foliage. Ukraine immediately attacked and completely eliminated the soldier. Countless houses were destroyed that day. in addition to the increasing number of drones and FPV crews. This fierce attack continued until sunset, with smoke rising intermittently throughout the city.
Cover me while I get her open!
A drone detected 3 Russian soldiers in the process of fleeing. It seemed they had noticed some activity from the Ukrainian side, and the 3 soldiers quickly hid in a group of dry trees nearby. Thinking they could evade Ukraine's surveillance, they were immediately targeted by 2 drones that headed straight for their hiding spot. A large explosion ensued, sending the helmet of the nearest Russian soldier flying, as if his life was taken with it. 2 of the soldiers were destroyed on the spot, while 1 managed to escape. A Ukrainian drone captured footage of a group of Russian soldiers moving through a destroyed village. Initially, the group maneuvered through the streets, avoiding rubble and ruins, then headed towards the local school, which, despite being damaged, still maintained its structure. An FPV drone, equipped with an expanded warhead, was tasked with eliminating the target. The drone flew to the school, passing through destroyed windows and doors, and precisely targeted the position where the Russian soldiers were hiding. The moment of the attack came quickly and unexpectedly. The drone crashed into the building, causing a large explosion that destroyed the second floor of the school. The explosion was loud and powerful, completely obliterating the shelter and causing significant damage to the soldiers inside.
This is Raider 6-5. I have Sephora actual.
This incident also serves as a reminder that even in seemingly safe shelters, such as schools, the enemy is not protected from modern military equipment and tactics. Similarly, in a remote area, an abandoned house in the Kharkiv region, Vovchansk City, a Ukrainian drone detected the traces of a Russian mercenary hiding in the house, along with his comrades.
Secured the boat.
Every movement of the 2 soldiers was detected by the powerful FPV drone. Recognizing a valuable target, the Ukrainian military quickly maneuvered the drone to approach the abandoned house and immediately dropped a shell into the house, causing the building to collapse, which meant that the 2 Russian mercenaries were also buried within. A tank was speeding along to avoid the pursuit of the Ukrainian military and their advanced weaponry. Throughout the journey, the driver had to have nerves of steel to maneuver and dodge Ukrainian artillery shells, passing by the wreckage of tanks left behind after a devastating attack. Soon, the Russians would lose another tank on the battlefield. A large explosion occurred, and all its ammunition detonated, turning it into a ball of fire. The drone continued to survey the suburban area and detected signs of life in a dilapidated wooden house. The FPV drone approached the target closely, and on the control screen, 3 Russian soldiers occupying the house could be seen sitting under the ruins of the building, preparing to storm Ukrainian positions. 1 Russian soldier heard the sound of the Ukrainian drone. The 3 soldiers frantically fired at the Ukrainian drone. However, a high-precision Ukrainian drone, once locked on a target, never misses. It precisely hit the location of the 3 soldiers, taking down 2 of them. The first explosion didn't completely eliminate all 3 Russian soldiers. One seemed severely wounded, clutching his injury in agony and falling unconscious. Another soldier, lightly wounded, quickly fled, leaving his comrade behind.
O'Neill, if you don't get moving, every Marine on both ships will die. That sounded like a question.
In a forest in the Kharkiv region, a Ukrainian soldier hiding inside a cave suddenly heard a noise and realized it was a soldier in a Russian uniform. Sensing something was amiss, the Ukrainian soldier threw a grenade towards the source of the sound. Once confirmed as the enemy, the Ukrainian soldier continuously fired shots at the target. The Russian soldier seemed to be struggling, fighting for survival. Seeing that the enemy was not yet eliminated, the Ukrainian soldier kept firing at the bushes. To be sure, another grenade was thrown at the Russian soldier. The high-impact bullets were fired, determined not to let any Russian soldier survive. Feeling secure, the Ukrainian soldier approached the target, continuing to fire. It was evident that the Ukrainian soldier spared no bullet for his enemy, and his comrade in the cave didn't hesitate to add a few more shots.
We need to consider a full evacuation, sir. I have no control over the weapon system.
A Ukrainian drone captured the moment when a Russian soldier was fleeing towards Pokrovsky on a motorcycle. The Russian soldier was trying to escape quickly, unaware that he had become the target of a Ukrainian drone. He became extremely panicked and lost control of the motorcycle upon realizing he was being pursued by the drone. The soldier's panic caused him to repeatedly fall, and he could not run on his own legs. He was desperately crawling to find a hiding spot to escape the drone's pursuit. The moment the drone hit the Russian soldier, it created an explosion and eliminated him. A Ukrainian kamikaze drone attacked head-on, killing the Russian soldier instantly. The Russian army charged into the Ukrainian trenches towards Liman, with everything arranged to ambush the Ukrainians unexpectedly. All the Russian soldiers were positioning themselves, throwing artillery shells towards the Ukrainian front, while the leader provocatively raised a challenge, unaware that a greater danger was approaching. Suddenly, they were attacked by an FPV drone, and a large explosion jolted the Russian soldiers awake. Ukraine deployed fighter jets directly into their trench where the remaining Russian soldiers were located. Wave after wave of Ukrainian artillery was unleashed, engulfing the Russian army in swift fire. During the final artillery strike, Ukraine surged forward to clear the battlefield and claim their victory. Ukrainian fighters moved along the trench, continuously firing at the Russian soldiers, determined not to let any survive. After a thorough search, the bodies of Russian soldiers lay scattered in every corner, completely annihilated.
It's Bradley, and it's one of the most effective weapons Ukraine has ever received. And now you'll see that for yourself. The place you see now is the hideouts of the Russian occupiers. The attack begins with